Hello, my name is Husam Fat, and in this video, I'm going to talk about bribery and fraud of 1MDB Malaysia. And I'm going to relate this bribery and fraud issue to five ethical theories, and I'm going to elaborate and give some recommendations for 1MDB. So, first of all, what is 1MDB? Or One Malaysia Development Berhad was created by the Malaysian government to promote development in the country. It is aiming to execute the process of economic development with the integration of global partnership processes and the execution of foreign direct investments is considered. And fraud is considered as the part of theft which is gained by the individual, where the individual is involved in unlawful activities. This is the definition of fraud. And bribe is considered as the process of offering a bribe to induce or reward the improper duty related to knowing the acceptance of the bribe is improper performance. The fraud and that the fraud and bribery activities are leading to the development of serious issues in the workplace. So, the first ethical theory we have is meta-ethics. Meta-ethics is considered as the study of moral thought and moral languages related to the addressing of practices that are carried out by the individuals are right or wrong. So we have something is a fact, is either it's right or wrong. And the fraud bribery issue identified for 1MDB is involved in the providing bribery to Goldman Sachs. And Goldman Sachs is a group and is leading global investment banking. So 1MDB is involved in providing bribery to Goldman Sachs, which is considered an immoral activity. The individual involved in this is seen to be involved in a bribery scheme, along with the money laundering processes. The wrong deeds are judged for the organization, and also the higher level government officials are involved in this process. This reflects the breach of meta-ethics theory, which is considered in this situation. The inappropriate execution of moral activity is leading to breaching of this theory. And the second ethical theory is deontology ethical theory. And deontology ethical theory is vitally focusing on the ethical theories that emphasize the relationship present between the duty and morality of human actions. And according to the deontology ethical theory, the higher management official present in 1MDB is offering bribery to Goldman Sachs, which is considered as the wrong thing, as per this ethical theory. The preaching of this is carried out by the management official as he involved in doing the wrong things. The two vital points help to maintain the individual's duties execution process along with the consequences and the actions. These are considered with the actions that are surrounding the individual duties are seen. It simply violates the duties present in this theory as a whole. The third ethical theory is hedonism. Hedonism is considered as the belief in pleasure that are showing the decline in morality or absence, which establishes a negative impact on the morality of organization. And according to the hedonism ethical theory, the individual present in 1MDB is showing a decline in moral prospects, is seen which is creating a negative impact on the morality environment of the organization. The potential course of action is surrounding the development of negative impact on the individual organizational processes, as well as is showing a vulnerable environment which is present in this situation. A negative impact is created on the organizational environment, which is raised of breaching the moral rules and regulation. This is establishing a negative impact on the 1MDB practices as the violation of the moral activities are seen, which is establishing barrier for improving of employee moral. The fourth ethical theory is social cost theory. And social cost theory definition is surrounding the breaching of rules and regulation present with the manufacturer. As per this theory, the violation of this theory is made by 1MDB as the inappropriate implementation of the social well-being funds are implemented for the execution of bribery processes. The strictly uncountable environment for the organization is leading to the establishment of a negative impact on the organizational processes. The removal of these risks is essential as it linked with the product development processes. A negative impact is created on the organizational process as unethical activities are carried out. The bribery provision is disclosed in the situation which is creating a negative impact on the brand image of the organization, as well as the trust gained by the Malaysian people on the organization, is seen to be broken. This leads to the establishment of negative impact on the business environment. The last theory we have is the contractual theory. The contractual theory reflects the living of the people together in the society as per agreement of the moral and political rules of behaviors is considered. In this case situation, 1MDB, the organization, is not maintaining the contractual relationship but is bribing the Goldman Sachs to execute their unethical activities. The environment is made on Goldman Sachs to execute the unethical activities with the help of bribing. And Goldman Sachs is not maintaining the moral duties, and it leads to the development of negative impact on 1MDB. And 1MDB is unable of doing coercion with Goldman Sachs to get the authority to the agreement, with the establishment of unwanted pressure. Now for the recommendations to 1MDB, I can say that firstly, 1MDB should not engage itself in unethical activities, as the bribery issue faced by the organization enable organization to create a negative impact on the brand name. The organization is involved in maintaining the issues appropriately, which is creating a negative impact on the organizational employees. The second recommendation, the management official should meet the deontological ethics duties so that the protection of the self value as well as the organizational value can be made. In this situation, the management official should undertake the blame on itself to safeguard the brand image of the organization. Apart from this, the execution of the ethical rules or regulations should be carried out to strengthen the brand image. And the third recommendation is the maintenance of the moral prospect is essential as it creating a negative impact on the organizational environment. It reflects the establishment of a negative impact on the organizational environment as the moral values are not appropriately achieved. This enables the organization to face the bribery issue as the inappropriate investment practices are carried out by the organization in the name of the well-being of the people. The fourth recommendation is the integration of appropriate external fund review team should be made so that the organization can easily able to defend the fact if a breach of the ethical rules and regulation are not made. With the execution of the breaching processes, the bribery issue faced by the organization will not be removed anymore. And lastly, the changes in higher management team should be made in the organization along with the integration of strong ethical rules and regulations. This should be strictly followed so the organization can be easily able to regain the image in front of the customers and the other people present in Malaysia. These are essential as they will enable the organization to strengthen the organizational activities appropriate in an ethical way. And this was the references for this assignment. I hope everything was clear, and thank you all for the good listening and have a nice day. Bye bye.